first week of school. I know many teachers, this was your first week back as teacher work days, and next week, if you're on a traditional calendar, you'll be having students. So after you collect all the forms and have all your rules and procedures done next week, I think this is a great first assignment for you to start with before getting into your curriculum. And I named it hashtag Perseverance. And just going to explain the assignment if you didn't read the blog post. I gave a list of different people that I would like students to research, and you can assign which one. Deborah said, woo, yes, teaching work days are definitely, you have to persevere through those and through next week, because there ain't no tired like the tired of a teacher tired on the first week of school. But anyway, that's perseverance, which is all about what this assignment is going to be like. You give them an assignment, and you give them a person to research, and then you ask them to give a 2-minute presentation on the assignment or on the person, and then you also ask them to create a poster about the person. And the one last thing I want you to do is have them create a hashtag that would represent the person, and maybe the motto that person would believe in, or something, a way that we can remember that person today. And on the assignment that I gave you guys, I gave a very diverse list of people because I wanted them to represent a variety of backgrounds from different cultures, from different ages, from different ethnicities. And I wanted students to really be able to see how people had persevered through a variety of different challenges. Some would be physical handicaps, some may be mental handicaps, others would be things that they had gone through in their family life, and for others, experiments and things that they had failed with, and then they went on to succeed and, persevere and really be a success story. And so I gave a lot of different people that students could research. So after students have researched the person and gave a 2-minute presentation and then also given a motto, I would really like it if your class could vote on the motto that they believe would really represent your class this year, and it could become a class motto. Or if you teach on a team and you're in middle school, this could be your whole team motto for this year. Kids could really vote and take ownership of that motto. So I think this is a great way. Number one purpose for this assignment is go ahead and set that climate and culture for your classroom or for your team, that we're going to maybe face challenges this year. But in the face of challenges, in the face of adversity, we're going to persevere. Go ahead and set up that climate and culture for your classroom. Also, I'm going to challenge you. There's going to be times and assignments that you may feel like giving up. There's going to be times when I ask you to do things and you don't know how to do them. So I want you to go ahead and have that mindset of, just like the person that you researched that persevered with their experiments or with their things that they were trying to do, you can persevere just like that person if you don't give up on this assignment. I also think this is a great formative assessment for your students right at the beginning of the year, because you're going to see how your students first are going to research. Do your kids even know how to research? Are they coming to you having the skills of knowing how to research somebody, or do they not know how to research at all? What tools are they using to research? Do they know how to do a presentation? Do they know how to communicate effectively about their ideas? You're going to learn a lot about their communication skills. And also in just how they do their poster. You'll notice that I didn't give very many restrictions or create very many limitations on this assignment. I just simply said, do a 2-minute presentation, do a poster. I didn't say how they had to do the poster, how they had to do their presentation. They could choose to do it with Instagram. They could choose to do it with YouTube. They could do a PowerPoint. They could potentially not talk at all during the presentation and do it all with technology. This is going to give you a great insight as to how well your kids know how to use technological tools in your classroom this year. So this is a great formative assessment right from the very beginning of the year to see, one, how well your kids know how to research, how well they know how to communicate ideas, how well they know how to use technology. There are going to be some kids, this is the beginning of the year, they don't know you, they don't know each other, they may not want to get up in front of the classroom at all and speak. But I challenge you to have them do this assignment to really help them, again, understand this growth mindset and this perseverance. I know that a lot of our English language arts teachers do a unit on perseverance. A lot of our math teachers talk about perseverance. That's one of the 8 mathematical practices. But I think we all have to do a better job as a school as a whole, talking about perseverance and grit and a growth mindset. Because when you look at psychology and businesses, and a lot of even college admissions offices will tell us that our students are not coming prepared to them understanding growth and grit, and that failure is sometimes how we learn and make mistakes. Because a lot of students, perhaps schooling was easy to them, right? They succeeded on tests. Academics was easy. But then when they get in the business world, or they go into the military, or maybe they're in sales, maybe they're a doctor, there are going to be times when things are challenging to them. And some of our students that have had it easy academically their whole life find it challenging in the real world to really persevere through hard things and adversity. And we also know that life in and of itself is sometimes adverse, right? So we face things all the time that we have to learn how to deal with. So we have to teach kids at a very early age. Even if you're watching me right now and you teach kindergartners or you have first graders, we have to teach them how to persevere when things are hard, that we can't just give up when things are hard. This is also important for our students that struggle academically, right? Because we know that many times by the time they get in high school, they want to just drop out and give up because maybe they find school difficult, they find it hard to even get to school and come to school because they're facing challenges at home. They're facing things that sometimes we don't even know about. There's going to be kids that come to you on the first day that have gone through adversity this summer that maybe you don't even know about. This assignment is going to help them find ways to deal with that because they're going to see the ways that other people dealt with it through their research, that they're hearing about other people. And I challenge you to put these posters up all around your classroom because kids are going to see these posters all throughout the year. When they feel like giving up, they're going to look at this poster and they're going to see the person that maybe they researched or somebody else researched, and they're going to see that that person persevered, and if they can do it, so can I. Maybe you some days as a teacher, on days that are hard, and we know that as a teacher, we have to persevere, right? Maybe you sometimes will also look at those posters and it will remind you to persevere, to not give up on that child that never brings their homework to class or never brings a pencil to class. And while you feel like giving up sometimes, it's going to remind you to persevere. We know what perseverance is because as teachers, sometimes we fail at our first period lesson, right? We realize that first period lesson did not go the way I planned it. And so we change it up for second period and third period and fourth period. We realize a growth mindset, right? It's kind of our nature. We're lifelong learners. But we have to realize that many of our students don't come to us with those skills. They don't come to us automatically realizing that, we have to persevere and keep going when things get hard. But I think if we all took a little bit more time to hone in on perseverance and grit with our students, then I think that it's going to do them wonders. And keep coming back to it. Keep coming back to it. If you create a hashtag with your students based on these posters, share it on social media if it's age appropriate. Share it on your walls. Keep coming back to it and say, guys, this is what we said our motto was going to be this year. When things get hard, when life happens, we're going to persevere. Because if you look at psychologists and studies, and the number one predictor of success in our country, it's not how much money you have, it's not how much you know, it's not even social skills. It's grit. It's perseverance. So we need to start the year off with that, I believe. You have the assignment from me. You can take that assignment and use it if you would like to. But also, if you're a science teacher, you can change everybody on that list to be scientists if you want to, and let them learn all about science. If you are a math teacher and you want to use this assignment, then change all the people up there to mathematicians, right? Make it fit your curriculum area, and so that you're teaching kids that character skill and that perseverance, but you're also teaching them a lifelong skill and how to deal with life. Last thing I really want to end on, I wish you success, especially if you're a teacher and first teacher work days are this week, and then you have kids coming in next week. I wish you success this year, whether this is your 29th or 30th year teaching and you're persevering all the way to the end of retirement, or this is your first year teaching. I wish you success this year, and I know that there's going to be times when you're going to have to persevere. So not only is this assignment going to help your students, it's going to help you. I read a bulletin board from one of my friends, Heather, that I used to teach with, and the bulletin board for her this year said, if you could do anything and knew that you wouldn't fail doing it, what would you do? And that's all the bulletin board said. It was at the top, and I think she's going to leave spaces for her kids to write in it. If you could do anything and knew you wouldn't fail, what would you do? And what better question to have up on a bulletin board? I just wanted to end with that because I think it fits so well with this theme of perseverance. So let's all continue from last week, having that positive mindset, being the hummingbird, but then also pushing our kids to understand what grit and perseverance means at the very beginning of the school year and hold them accountable to challenges as they grow throughout the school year. Hope you guys have a great school year, and thank you all for joining me tonight, and I will see you next Thursday.